Well, the competition is very stiff here in PCW, and if you can achieve success here, I really think you can achieve it anywhere. Dave Crist has his work cut out for him here this evening.
Dave Crist, part of that faction, really in essence a fight camp in Ohio is for Killers, along with his brother Jake Crist and Sami Callihan, one of the competitors who will be in that big triple threat match later on tonight for the World Heavyweight title as John Hennigan defends against Callahan and Cero Nieto, both men colliding early on, and it's 450 that gets the better of him with the boot.
And let me tell you something, Todd. I've been in the ring with David Crist years ago, and he was phenomenal back then, and he's even better now. So 450, he better watch out here.
An interesting note, these two kind of had a run-in years ago, and it was David Crist at the time who suffered a knee injury. And of course, recently, 450 battling back from a knee injury as well. But Chris is now looking perhaps to recover and now working on the arm. Chris, and now into the pinning combination, only a count of two. Chris mentioned he always felt a need to prove himself against 450. Now he's got his shot.
Well, to me, it's more important that he proves himself here at PCW. That's what it's all about. Whether it's 450, whether it's Douglas James, whoever it may be, he's got to get it in while he can.
Both guys now nose to nose, trying to play the mind games. I don't expect either man to back down an inch.
They're going to start flying soon here. I mean, this is their MO. They're not going to stay grounded forever.
450, of course, his namesake, has won so many matches with that 450 splash, but he's got a lot of other tools in his arsenal as well. Chris loves that springboard cutter. He calls Magdalene.
Magdalene. This guy's very religious, or not. I don't know. I don't know how to figure him out here. It doesn't matter about that. What it matters is what can he do between those ropes, and in some cases outside of those ropes.
Thought he was going to go for that future flash DDT, but turns it into a spear. And
he's going there. Oh, man. He's going home early here.
Don't get paid by the hour. This thing might be the beginning of the end and the early going.
Came up a little tender on that knee. And that's the thing, Todd. You know, you got two guys with very similar injury histories here. And if either of them were smart, they would exploit that.
All's fair in love and war.
You gotta be a shark in the water to be at the top, no matter where it is. You see blood, you smell blood, you attack. You know the injury, you know the history. I don't understand why they're not just going for it.
Again, everybody here trying to vie in that light heavyweight division. There's so much new talent coming in here, such as Dave Crist. How about Shane Strickland earlier on, that big four-way light heavyweight contenders match, earning a shot at either Douglas James or Leo Rush, who will do battle later tonight. Big strike there by Chris.
Hey man, if anything, the competition has gotten even tighter here, especially in this light heavyweight division. Shane Strickland, that was my first time seeing him in action this past evening, and let me tell you, he would certainly impress me. That guy has it. He's got it all.
It's brutal with that swerve stomp from the top on Eli Everfly to put him away, earn that shot, but is 450 gonna climb that ladder back up? And once you lose that title, as you mentioned, how tough is it to get back into that spot where you can contend for the title?
It's all psychological. That's what it comes down to. And 450 has to get his mean streak back. He's got to stop caring so much about what these people in the crowd think and what they want, and he's got to be fending for himself.
450 was so impressive just to make it back for the three-way match with Hammerstone and Douglas James defended the title. Thought he was going to go on to defend against Hammerstone. Hammerstone, of course, not making weight. That paved the way for Douglas James to make history. And we'll see if 450 can rebound, trying to do so right now with some big shots.
I may be playing favorites, but I'll say 450's lucky he didn't cross paths with old Hammerstone.
Jawbreaker there by 450. And this has been a physical affair. A lot of violent striking by both men.
And David Crist is a violent man, you know. And look at the crew he rolls with. Whoa, that was a little violent right there by 450. And that's what I'm talking about. That's the mean streak. He's got to stop pandering to the crowd like this and attack. He's got him down, get on him, stay on him. That's how a champion stays a champion.
450 having a howling good time right now. Big shot on the outside, bringing Crist back in where he tries to put him away perhaps.
It might take a little bit more than that. Crist is a tough dude.
Got to make an interesting point, and as 450, you know, he's usually pedal to the metal with his offense. Big shot there.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
0 to painful in about 2 seconds, but when you're a light heavyweight competitor, a high flyer like 450, you know, does it make it that much tougher to come back from a severe knee injury?
Absolutely. Your legs are your life. You're a high flyer, especially a lightweight. You need them to fly.
Into the cover now.
Man, he's got to hook that. You got to hook that tighter. But 450, you know, when you go through any type of injury, you're always thinking about that in the back of your mind when you're in there. You may be 100%, but it's always creeping up in the back of your mind. Am I really 100%? Maybe 450 is feeling a little bit of that today.
450 thus far, well, as I mentioned that, he pulls the audible. I thought he was going for maybe a little bit more of a grounded style, but now going upstairs. Doesn't hit pay dirt there. Crist now. Wow. Ooh. High impact move there by Crist into the cover, only a count of 2, but that was close.
Take this into consideration, Todd. All those high-risk maneuver attempts by 450 where David Crist is moving out of the way, 450 is still coming down full force on those knees. Even kickouts like that affect the knee. You gotta wonder, is he feeling it?
Excellent point there, Dom Vitale, and Crist is lethal with the DDT. Likes that square and compass DDT as he calls it. Now, future flash.
There's one of his
Here
own.
we go. Yep. Little blast from the pass. Maybe anything you can do, I could do better. 450 now looking to put him away. Foot on the rope.
Wow, that was close. And Crist, you know, he is a master of a DDT. His puts guys away. That's the difference between a Crist DDT and a 450 DDT, what we just saw right there where Crist was able to get his foot on the ropes.
450, though, usually likes that future flash to maybe set up, going upstairs. But Crist, amazingly, back to his feet first, so maybe some residual effects from that devastating Crist DDT.
Those are hard to shake off. Oh!
Variation of the sliced bread. Into the cover now, deep hook of the legs. And again, only a count of 2. Back and forth seesaw matchup. Whole lot of high impact here. Something's got to give.
I would like to see Crist get a little bit more of that killer instinct as well.
He was looking to go for that Magdalene, that cutter. He takes that wrist lock, goes upstairs, elevates into a cutter, but 450 was wise to it.
Talk high risk. It's not going to get any more high risk than this right here. This could go either way. Dangerous for both men.
450 now muscles him over. Big throw off the top.
Oh, more dangerous for David Crist that time.
But 450 again, unable to immediately capitalize. If it, you know, body position was a little different here, maybe he could immediately capitalize, get the victory.
Those high risk moves like that, and you know, where it's double trauma. You're coming off the top, it's on you, it's on your opponent, but you got to be able to shake it off quicker than them and get to that cover. And this is not faring well for 450. Huge move that's not going to pay off for him here.
Bit of a sacrifice play, but a lot of time going by. You don't want to give Crist that chance to recuperate.
We're at a standstill here. This can go either way right now.
450. Uh-oh, looking for it again, perhaps. Looking for that Magdalene, that big.
There it is! Now that's a cutter.
Say goodnight. What a debut. What a victory.
Oh,
no, not yet.
That was a picture-perfect cutter by David Crist, and 450 was able to kick out of it. Crist is now thinking, what more do I have to do to put this guy away?
So many times in PCW, you just can't count out Mr. 450. We've seen it in so many of his matchups. And Crist, he's put away, how's this weigh on the psyche of Crist? He's put away a hell of a lot of competitors with that Magdalene cutter off the top.
When you give them your best and it's not enough, then where do you go? You know, you run your well dry, so to speak. Now he's just going to add insult to injury. That's frustration.
But by the same token, is it a cat playing with a mouse here? Does 450 have enough left to answer? We're about to answer that question. Big shot there by 450.
This could be that killer instinct we were looking for from 450. This will say a lot right here about his psyche.
Shape shift, nose to the wind.
Wasting too much time in my book.
Predators on the house.
There it is.
450 to perfection. No!
You gotta think.
And now, into the lock up the Wolves.
An immediate tap.
Your winner of the match.
That's him locking it in.
Submission, Mr. 450.
Both men swinging for the fences. Both men taking their best. The Magdalene by Crist. The 450 by Mr. 450 himself. But that wasn't enough. And then is able to lock in that lock up the Wolves. Are we seeing a little evolution in the former light heavyweight champion?
You got to spread it around, you know, especially when you're at the top and you get knocked off that pedestal. If you looked in the eyes of 450 when he had that submission hold on, that is the look of a killer and the look of a winner. He is on his way back up that ladder, that's for sure.